Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today we have a very interesting episode, partially because there's some new news regarding Grayscale that might have some very grave consequences for the Ripple v SEC lawsuit. So just to give you guys some introduction, before we're going to go over some of the crypto prices and just some general crypto news that I have, for those interested, below is the petition for review filed by Grayscale Investments LLC against the SEC challenging the decision by the SEC to deny conversion of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust to a spot Bitcoin ETF. And just like that, a lot has changed in the crypto space. For all of you that do not know, Ripple versus SEC is by far the most important crypto lawsuit going on in the US right now. And even though that does not change with the addition of this lawsuit, I personally think that a lot of people are for what Grayscale is trying to do. And so right now, a lot more people are there's a lot more of a limelight on the SEC's policy regarding Bitcoin. As they previously said, it's a commodity sort of now. Gary Gensler is fine to say that. But just with a spotlight on all the different ideas regarding crypto, all the different speakings regarding crypto. And I think that might reflect back on Hinman's speeches of Ford and so on. Because a lot of people support this. If you take a look at the founder of Grayscale, Barry Silbert, or a couple of people in that nature, maybe even the CEO just now, you're seeing like thousands upon thousands and thousands of retweets and likes. People are interested in this. And so I'm wondering how it's going to play out for the SEC, knowing that a lot more people are watching them right now. Because ultimately, that means there's even more interest in the Ripple v SEC case as well, because every decision that comes out in that case is relevant for any other case regarding crypto. And any single one of these emails that William Heyman, for example, sent or got, all that is important to define policy that the SEC knew, had, or whatever. And so all of it is going to become an even bigger spotlight, which I think is kind of good. Again, guys, what happened is the SEC had a choice, I believe, yesterday on the 29th, if I'm not mistaken, and they yet again denied Grayscale from exchanging it over into a Bitcoin ETF, a spot ETF. And so right now they're like, we're done with it. Give us a good reason as to why it's not all right. And as I said before, I think it's going to have some big consequence on the Ripple v SEC case, but only positive ones though. Here you can see a little bit of this interest. So Sonnenheim, who is the CEO of Grayscale, for example, 14,000 likes on his lawsuit. And John Deaton is also trying to come in and say, hey, how can I help? What can I do to hopefully make this go even quicker or better? Now, will they win it? It's a good question, because this is different from defending yourself in a government lawsuit. This is you suing some part of the government, which of course is not easy. But John said, this is what I'm talking about. I just tweeted, I hope you file tomorrow morning and you do even better. Awesome. And again, most likely it was just the moment that they denied the ETF, they sued him. All right, there's a couple of things I want to discuss today, but let's do first things first, right? The most important things first. One of the tokens that I told you guys that I'm going to be buying, again, I'm trying to be really, really clear. I buy every single token that goes on Bybit onto the launchpad. And I've said to you guys before, if you have the ability to, also get into it, because almost always they do well. It turned out to be a 10x from the launch price. Right now it's sitting at about a 5x. Last time I checked, about like 20 minutes ago, it was at a 6x or so that was standing at. You can see it's gradually coming down in price as it stabilizes somewhere. But again, ultimately you can sell every token that you bought at 0.04 right now at 5x or so, which is a free, I don't know, a couple $100. And again, if you want to take part in these things, all you have to do is make sure you join Bybit. It's as simple as that. And every single time there's a launch like this that I'm going to join, I'll tell you guys about it in my videos. But it's an easy 5x every single time. Most of the time it's like a 10x or even 20x. That again means that if we put $100 in, we get $500 out, or sometimes 1,000, sometimes 2,000. I have a couple of tokens as well from the past that have also launched this launchpad that are still worth like 20 times more than what I paid for them. I'm not actually 1,000% sure on that, at least 4x. Now that I'm thinking, I haven't taken a look at my portfolio in a little while. Maybe things have actually dropped severely, but I know it's at least 4 times the amount of money that I put in. But again, I could have sold at 20x at least. Moving on as to what's going on with the price. It's actually interesting. I told you guys for a little while what my positions were going to look like and what exact areas of interest I'm watching. I told you guys the moment that we break through 20,000, let's open up. I actually have this short, I think, over here still. Let me see. I have this short over here still. The moment that we break through 20,000 and specifically 19.9, because that's where one of our most important supports lie, The moment that we broke through it, we should open up a short because it's going to be worth it all the way towards 19.1 or a little bit above that, somewhere in that ballpark. The exact play played out, and as it currently stands, we're actually below our target. And the majority of people I've spoken to are targeting right now for 18.2 to 18,000. 18,000 being this very important barrier for years and years, but 18.2 being one of the most recent support levels. Again, looking at the Fibonacci from the swing high to swing low, it still currently does not look like a stupid idea to expect the prices to come even lower. Remember, pretty shortly, we hit $17.6 thousand. It's just like 2 weeks ago or so. Wouldn't surprise me if over the next couple of days, we actually hit those levels yet again. And that's why I keep telling you guys, it's not smart to have long-term short, long positions open right now unless you have some crazy low leverage. But the chance of a quick turnaround is rather mediocre. Right now, as it currently stands, I'm only looking for very short-term positions. So a position that might last a couple days, days is even too much, a couple hours most of the time, but sometimes it can be a couple of days. I've also had a couple of extends before that I showed you guys where my position was only open for a couple of minutes and we, for example, got 5% out of it, which to some might not be much, but if you think about it, 5% is a very good chunk for one trade. Actually, looking at our most recent swing low to swing high, the most prominent point of interest actually lies here at $18.6 thousand. To move on with the story though, former Ripple CTO accelerates XRP dumping spree, could liquidate all holdings in a few weeks. Former Ripple CTO Jim McCaleb accelerated XRP selling last Sunday. Currently, he only has about, 81.5 million XRP left in his wallet, and this could be good news for XRP investors, as it will considerably reduce the selling pressure on the crypto. And yeah, it's actually going rather quickly. It says here he's been liquidating an average of 4.1 million XRP every single day over the last month, and if he's got 80 million left, it'll only take a couple more weeks until he's done selling, and from that point on forward, things are looking quite good. He apparently has been selling about 7 million XRP or so per day for a little bit now. And again, it changes every week though, right? It just depends on the XRP volume. There's also some very important news regarding OpenSea, as they apparently had some employee over on a email provider, I guess, that they use, I believe customer.io. Apparently one of the guys of staff there, they took the liberty to utilize OpenSea data, most likely to sell it or something of this sort. It's just allegedly. And so now, if you get an email from OpenSea, you have to be extra careful because they got the database. And there's a good chance that they have some information in that email which might be really relatable to you. But just whenever you get an email from OpenSea, just skip it. And right now, if you ever get a bid on one of your crypto or anything of this sort, check twice, but like check triple, check quadruples or so, and just never press the link in the email. Just go to your freaking listing yourself if you're using OpenSea, and just never press anything in an email, really. Also, and this is the most important thing, try to not just verify random transactions or random things in your MetaMask. Specifically, if all of a sudden after opening an email, you get like a prompt, right? Never log in and never press any button like accept or whatever. Another big deal. Wow, Binance is taking over. CZ shared Binance is partnered with Kabi Lame, I don't know. Why? Well, he's the most followed creator on TikTok, and he's good at explaining things in a simple way, perfect for crypto adoption. It's actually pretty huge, right? He got Cristiano Ronaldo just now. Now he got himself Kabi. That's a pretty big deal. Binance surely knows how to work themselves in, huh? It's very, very smart the way they're doing this. I'm also not sure how much money it's costing them to get these guys. But I think the ROI is surely there. I mean, spreading Binance so wide and far. Just between the two of those guys, they have like, 700, 800 million followers or so. Because I believe Cristiano has like 450 million on Instagram. And then Kabi has like 200 million on TikTok. Damn, right? Damn. But alright guys, that was a fair juicy news for today. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press that like button. And I'll see you guys again in another one.